As part of our covert operation, going undercover, but we're not really undercover, we're in our cities, on behalf of Inexcess. We're going to spend £50 each. T is going to spend her £50
on healthy food.
And I'm spending my £50 on cheap booze. Not that cheap that it makes you sick, but just low cost. As part of our establishing that, I think my £50 is going to buy probably 2 trolleys full.
You reckon?
And I don't think you'll get a basket full much.
I don't even think I'll get half.
Okay, we're going in, it's Tesco's, and we're off.
What's good of this, because in some ways this is where we've just come in on the entrance now. Behind you is the entrance, and this is what I was moaning about when I came in at the weekend. The fact that as soon as you come in, they're doing, you can grab it there, 50% off, 50% sale, encouraging people. Let's go on.
18 cans.
For how much?
£5.
18 cans of that for £5.
Shelves are pretty much empty.
We are here, but the shelves are pretty much empty.
Of all the very popular stuff.
Of all the very popular stuff, that's going really, really cheap. You know, half price Beck's £2.79. That's astonishing. Is that up there? Is that one of them?
These it is vodka again. Vodka flavoured.
4%. Well, they've got 2 of those for £5.
Or £2.8 for one.
That is 55% of my budget gone. 266 for 3 litres. Yeah. They're 6. They're a 5, they're 11. They're another 5 is 16. They're 10, it's 26. They're 10, it's 36. Yeah.
I found it very, very difficult. If you'd like to guess how much all this costs, possibly you wouldn't believe that it costs £42. I've got £8 of my budget left. I really haven't got enough more than a few days' food. Need to get some water now. It all seems to be a lot more expensive than all this alcohol in the wine festival week. So I'm just going to try and finish off my shopping now within my budget, but as you can see, I haven't got much to show for all my efforts.
I mean, it's 5 litres for
a keg, basically.
5 litres a keg, as you say, 5 litres. Does it tell you how much that works out per litre?
Difficult to know what to spend my last £2 on, really, isn't it?
What's fascinating, Jeff, and I don't know if you're... Well, I'm hoping that when we see some of this footage back, this is the big irony. The stuff that was on the best offers of all, right, was gone. There wasn't a single can or bottle on the shelves, was there? But the stuff that was on an amazing offer.
The good stuff was all gone.
The good stuff
the cheap
was all gone.
good
The cheap stuff. The cheap good stuff, yeah. Had all gone. Teas looks quite a bit there.
By the time I'd filled up this bit, I was on to £39 and that was just filling this bit.
And your bags look a lot, but I think when we get the stuff out, when we get home, people are going to really be surprised.
I've spent £62. I've gone over budget, but that was typical. I was always a bit flash in my heyday. I haven't just gone for the absolute cheapest and bought all of that. But some of the things that I would like to to compare is, you don't seem to have a lot.
I haven't.
And that does look pretty healthy. And I have to say, although T is our well-being expert and the healthiest person I know, in some ways there's not much substance there. There's not much really to eat, is there? I mean, I see you've got mushrooms, some smoothies, some berries. You love those berries. I'll be on those right after the show. Some prawns,
Cottage cheese,
a cup. Yeah, I'll be on to that.
bit of salad,
no, I'll try and give that a wide berth, actually.
bananas.
I spent £62 and I've gone over budget, but actually I've made a bit of a cock up, haven't I? Because the things that were cheaper I've left behind. But I'll give you an instance what we've got. If we went drink for drink, we've got 24 there, 24 there. These were amazing. £1.71 for 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which is 8 fours are 32. At 30, I'm right, aren't I? Yeah. 32 bottles of Carling extra cold, which seems to be very popular, at 4.1%. That's 32 bottles that would have cost less than What's 8 £1.71s? Well, 8 £2 would have been £16, less than £15 for 32 bottles. A bottle of wine. Listen, I didn't get the cheapest. And James has said
That's not the cheapest.
that's not the cheapest, no. And James said that Asda are doing bottles of wine for £1. We need to
When
check
I was
that.
there, I saw bottles of wine for £1.
Did you?
Yeah, it was me who said.
Right?
Yeah.
I can take you at your word,
Yeah.
T. Yeah. A bottle of wine for £1. I've gone big time here, really.
Smaller bottle than that.
Bloody hell. It's French white wine, 1.5 litres, £5.09. And that's at 11%, did we say, Jeff? 11.5%. A litre and a half, 2 bottles. That would get most people drunk, wouldn't it? What I would say is that my £50 for sure would have got me a much better deal if we could have bought what was on the shelves. We've been fair and square with your Tesco's. Well, I could have bought 10 of those, couldn't I, for £50? 10 of those for £50. That's a litre and a half. I think people are doing 2 bottles of wine a night in. Quite heavy drinkers. I think that's fair as now. I think they class people doing 1 bottle of wine as a heavy drinker. Seriously, I think it's probably 2. I would say that 3 bottles of wine in the old days would have probably made me feel definitely more than a bit tipsy, to say the least. And 3 bottles of wine I could do in a night. 2 bottles, still a heavy drinker, and that's a £5 a night. I think what we should also do then is set a challenge. And instead of trying to maybe go like for like, let's ask people, the crew, Roger and Phil, people in the office, to do a bit of research and maybe do a virtual shopping. And the people who come up with what we believe is probably the most shocking, best spent £50 worth of booze and wine and anything else that you can throw into the mix, we'll give £50 to.